Alright, my Superman spoiler review is ready to go for a week from today when I'm getting my teeth out. Hot flu shot, hot gained, and this works on my next one. And I'm now about to talk about a horror game that I have been hearing really good things about, and now, as you could see, even me demonstrating how on my streams that even as a long-time Resident Evil fan, it still caught me off guard on some behaviors and having to tinker with settings. So let's talk about the retro-styled survival horror title Crow Country, now available on PS Plus. So let's begin. The game is set in the year 1990 as a young woman named Mara Forrest investigates a series of disappearances and bizarre incidents at an abandoned theme park known as the titular Crow Country, and as things so often do, her investigation leads to more and more being uncovered as the park is, of course, not what it seems, nor are those in charge of it. And I actually am quite pleased by the low quality horror trend, and going back to the earlier consoles was a first, albeit with more modern niceties, like the fact that you don't have limitation on your saves except where you can do it. I mean, you could tell by my attempts to play the normal difficulty, it took me a few tries just to get to the safe room, and even now they're finding ways to implement penetrations in that. I mean, but still, it's unique in how they put some of the puzzles, which are often kind of cryptic and some of the games took inspiration from, but sometimes they're implemented in a way, if you think about it, it's like, okay, now it kind of makes sense. I mean, and it's also one where it's not impossible to find and or craft more rounds. It's the way that the levels are designed and the combat mechanics played out, meaning just still, even with the new modernized controls for traversal and aiming, you need to make every shot count. And I will say that it's not the only kind of ones that wants to make their own RE-style horror game. In fact, several of these ones reportedly began life as fan remakes before Capcom sent cease and desist, because it was then found out they were working on their own remake, which I've spoken quite highly of. And I'm also kind of glad to hear, low-key, that after Requiem, the next remakes are going to be the Code Veronica 0 and RE1 on the RE engine as opposed to 5, which actually makes sense to me, because 5 was already designed as like a showcase for more recent kinds of hardware at the time, and the Gold Edition, which is and fix all the issues, and as well as subsequent ports are based on. Yeah. This is also another example of how survival horror has grown and changed as a game genre, and the point where the standard difficulty is even called survival horror. I mean, or where a little bit of action is something I don't mind within reason, but prefer in terms of atmosphere that the game or other work pulls you in, so just hammering your submission, way less effective, personally. And this is another taste of what I have planned for Halloween next month as well. Especially since I've got other videos cooking for next month. You also have to wait and see what they are, though. Anyway, so I can say for now, and it will not be my only video I'll be doing this late Halloween either, so that'll be all for now. Take care.